Well, hi everybody, this is Rainer from Rainierbooks. I'm going to do a tag video. Brian from Bookish did last week because he does tag videos on every Tuesday, I believe. And last week he did the 20 random questions tag video, and he tagged everyone. So I feel myself tagged, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to answer the questions. Let's get started. So the first question is, what's the nearest place to you that's so famous everybody knows it, and how near is it? Well, I think there's a couple of pretty famous places here in Stockholm, but I picked Konserthuset, the concert house, which is 13 kilometers, that is 8 miles away from here. And each year on December 10, the Nobel Prizes, except for the Peace Prize, are being handed over at the concert house by the King, His Majesty. Have you ever had a paper cut so bad you thought you might die of it? Nope. I never had a paper cut that was so serious that I thought I might die of it. I cut myself with paper, but and I bled, but never that badly. Have you ever found anything genuinely valuable in a used book you bought? Unfortunately not. I think I didn't find anything in used books that I bought except for a dedication when I bought a Canadian book, Craig Davidson's Cataract City. That was a very, very beautiful dedication of someone who had given this book to someone he or she really liked and loved, and there was so much well-wishing, and that I felt a little bit bad that I got it that I bought it as a used book, so somebody maybe didn't worship it enough to keep it at home. Have you ever met or married Jacques Barzun? No, I don't actually know who Jacques Barzun is. I have to look him up. Aside from your pets, what is the specific non-human animal you see most often? I guess that would be rabbits. We have quite a lot of rabbits here in the area. Sometimes we see deer, but European kinds of deer. So, but definitely rabbits. Have you ever been inside a cathedral? If more than one, do you have a favorite? I've been in so many cathedrals. I've been to, I think the most impressive cathedral I've ever seen is the Dome Church and Cathedral in Cologne in Germany. When you get out of the railway station and the Kölner Dome, as it is called, rises up beside you, beside the railway station. It's so incredibly impressive. Really, really incredible. Question number 7. Have you ever been actually seeing and hearing things delirious? No, I have never heard or seen things when delirious. Sometimes in a fever you can have sorts of fantasies, but always knew, like in my consciousness or my under-consciousness, that this wasn't real. No. So the answer is no. Do you have blood relatives who read for pleasure? Blood relatives who read for pleasure? Actually, I think there's no one. I have a very small family, very few blood relatives, but actually I don't think that there's anyone who reads for pleasure. Sorry. How many species have you smooched smack dab on the lips? Well, besides humans, I would say maybe dogs. Not sure about it, must be a couple of years ago. Do you ever listen to the radio? Any favorite program or person? Well, nowadays everybody listens to podcasts, and I listen to a lot of podcasts from mostly news-based, from the San Francisco Chronicle, I love The Daily with Michael Barbaro from the New York Times, and other stuff. But radio is more. Well, radio days are over, aren't they? Question number 11. Have you ever been to the Eiffel Tower, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and the Louvre? Yes, I've been to the Eiffel Tower last year, I think in November. Yeah, in the middle of November, I was in Paris. And I walked around the Eiffel Tower. I wasn't going up there. I'm not interested in that, actually. But I saw the Eiffel Tower, and it was quite impressive. And I also been to Pisa in Italy and saw the Leaning Tower. There was so many people there 4 years ago in the summer of 2016. We made a little excursion from Florence, went to the Tower of Pisa with a bus from the railway station and then back. And it was impressive, but there was so many people. It was like a football game or a rock concert. It was way too much. The Louvre. I wanted to see the Louvre last November when I went to Paris, but unfortunately you have to buy tickets in advance. You had to buy tickets in advance, many days in advance, and I couldn't manage. And I couldn't manage to go to the Louvre because it was sold out when I was in Paris for the days ahead. And the same thing with the Galleria degli Uffizi in Florence 4 years ago, so I should have learned my lesson from that, but next time I will surely buy tickets in advance. But right now I hear from both France and Italy that it's possible to go to those museums without buying tickets in advance because of the pandemic. There are very few tourists there over the summer, and especially Italy loses billions and billions of euros this season. What little thing do you miss most that you've lost due to the pandemic? I think that would be my travels, my trips, because I usually travel quite a lot with my work and have the opportunity to see a lot of different cities here in Sweden or different countries in Europe. I've been to Iceland, Norway, Finland, Denmark, Germany, the Netherlands, Lithuania, no, not Lithuania, Latvia, to Russia, to Spain, to Portugal in my job. This is right now on pause, on halt, unfortunately, so I couldn't make great videos there for you. What little thing do you miss least that you've lost due to the pandemic? I think working in an office is actually something that I do not miss that much. I want to work in an office again, but you can do so much things at home that you can do at work. So I think the life-work balance gets a little bit better, although we're not capable of doing the things that we've done before the virus conquered the world. That was number 13. Number 14, what's your relationship with small talk? Hate it like acid, hate it like acid, love it, merely competent. I think I'm quite competent in small talk. It's also part of my job to make contacts, to establish, to build networks, and I think it's absolutely necessary to build up relationships with people, so no problem with that. Have you ever won money at gambling? Nope. If you say gambling, predicting results of soccer games, I won a little bit, but it's neglectable. Not really. I always try sometimes, but from time to time. Tried today actually, I lost again, but only very, very small sums, and I never get sort of close to an addiction, luckily. Do you ever give money or time to charities? Yes, I do. I have since, oh my god, since 10 years. For 10 years now I have supported children from the Austrian organization which is called SOS Children's Villages. They have children's villages all over the world, and I'm supporting right now a little boy in Swaziland, which is a very, very small country inside of South Africa. Do you craft, knitting, crocheting, woodworking, pottery throwing? No, I'm, as we say in Germany, I'm a man with 2 left hands, so I'm not very good at that. Do you talk to yourself when you're alone? I actually talk to myself now, but I'm talking to the camera, so yeah, but sometimes I talk to myself when I'm alone because I think it's very important to, for example, just in foreign languages, to train your pronunciation and to be more secure in what you're doing. So I did that a lot, and I really can recommend it, and it's not crazy at all. Number 19, are you a social queen bee in college? I spend a lot of time in the cafeteria. I spend a lot of time at parties, not so much as in the cafeteria because the cafeteria was open 5 days a week. So I talked to hundreds of people there, and very often I missed seminars and lectures, but I made my way anyhow. So yes, I was like a little queen bee maybe. And the final and last question is, are you a sunrise person or a sunset person? I think I'm a sunset person because I can be awake quite late at night, and I get up not early in the morning if I don't have to. I can do it if I have to. Definitely, I can. So that was question number 20, and that completes the questionnaire, the random 20 questions. Thanks very much for watching this, and tag as everybody, like Brian did in Bookish on his channel. I tag everyone who sees this. Go ahead with your 20 questions. I'm curious. Thanks very much for watching this. Have a great evening, and bye-bye.